Who, in your opinion, is the most overrated band, singer or musician? Mark Forster. In Germany. Played up and down all the local radio stations for years, but I can't remember a single song. Because they're all so forgettable. Have you ever noticed how the biggest bands that didn't break up or have a main performer die just at a certain point stop writing new songs? I'd say they remained legendary because they knew when to stop and ride the wave. Just my 2 cents. Mozart. He did nothing since 1791. Sort by controversial for fun comments. Pop country. Which mainly involves a pop song with some of the words switched out for vaguely country words like truck or beer. And some of the generic pop beats are changed with the adding of a guitar and drums. Once you get past the basic answers of today's mainstream pop stars, you really get into the juicy opinions lol. What a song has a beautiful sound but a disturbing meaning. Electric Avenue. So upbeat and such a happy sounding tune. Then you find out the song is about poverty and the Brixton riots. But then other sources say it's about the actual street and how it was the first to receive electric lighting, so I'm not even sure which is right. The Way, by Fastball. The backstory to the song was inspired by an elderly couple who just took off one day to see the world and experience life. From what I remember, they ran off the road weeks later and died. The theme song for Community. The 88 At Least It Was Here. It's a song about hanging yourself. But damn, it's catchy. Wave of Mutilation, Pixies. Inspired by a guy who drove his family off a cliff. All of the songs on In Rainbows by Radiohead. The funny thing is that it's known as their happiest album. Asterisk, 15 Step, is about death and shit. Hard to explain why. Asterisk, Body Snatchers, is about feeling like you can't express your true self. And that you're trapped in a body you don't fit in. Asterisk, Nude, is about holding back aspirations because nothing you were waiting for will be worth it and won't be how you imagined it. Asterisk, Weird Fishes, RPG, is about holding yourself back. Feeling uncomfortable with where you are in life and finally leaping out and trying to achieve something. Asterisk, All I Need, is about being in love with someone who doesn't even acknowledge your existence. The only one that's obviously sad is Videotape. This album also just happens to be fucking amazing, so you should definitely listen to it. 99 Luftballons. 99 Red Balloons. Classic 80s pop. About a bunch of balloons that turn up on radar and cause a nuclear war. No shit. What really makes no sense? How come in all the Christmas movies, the adults don't believe in Santa? Yet not only is he an actual entity in the context of the film, but he's the one putting presents under the tree? Like, where do they think the presents come from? They didn't put them there. It's like not believing in the mailman or something. It doesn't make sense. Asking about pay and stuff related when applying, interviewing for a job and how it's looked down on. To do that. Like the most fundamental purpose of this job is to be paid money. Sending your CV and filling in the exact details on their application page. How some cartoon characters wear a shirt, but no pants. Then their colleagues wear nothing at all. Pick a side. You can break a bone and it will heal on its own. But if you develop a little cavity, you must get it filled. Needing 5 or more years of experience for an entry-level job. What's a food you will not eat even if you were offered money? Depends on the amount. The higher the amount, the shorter the list gets. Kazu Martsu. Edit. For those who don't know what it is, it's cheese with maggots inside. Edit 2. We made it to YT. https u2.be/5uoglkc-sug Duong dua, or coconut worms in some parts of Vietnam. It's apparently pretty popular to eat live beetle larvae. No amount of cash could get me to eat this shit. https u2.be/fjjpcwabcq. Eyeballs. Live octopus. Even though I never see myself getting anywhere near it since I'm Canadian. Swedish surströmming is something I wouldn't even wish on the people I hate. What's a low-effort job with a surprisingly high salary? You work in an office, but you're secretly on Reddit. I worked as a massage model at a massage school. My job was to lay there and be massaged for a few hours while the students did their lessons or took their exams. It was £30 an hour, which isn't loads, but better than the £10 an hour office job I had before. Owning a parking lot. IT manager at a university. The techs know their jobs, their users, and manage their own schedules and workloads among themselves. Managers basically just have to rubber stamp timecards, confirm parts orders, and make sure the techs don't all take vacations at the same time. I do admin work for the government. My pay is 55 kelvins. At best I get 5 emails a day with about 2 that actually concern me. No BS. My phone has rang about 20 times since June 1st. On a super busy day I have about 45 minutes worth of work to do. I once took a job as tape operator for a production company who was making a docu-series. I got paid $35 an hour to sit in a room overnight for 4 months with boxes of tapes, mark in, out points, and transfer digital copies to server. It's still the easiest job I've ever had. What's the most fucked up thing someone has ever said to you? Mom had a shitty drunk boyfriend for years when I was a kid. When they broke up, he told me it was all my fault. I knew he was wrong and an asshole, but it kinda fucked with my head for a few years. Crap role model. But I kinda looked up to him and respected him for a lot of things. I saw him as an adult as I was leaving a bar with a buddy and he was entering. Remember me? I'm the kid who you blamed for your being a worthless piece of shit who couldn't maintain a relationship. He just turned around and left at the door. Fuck you, Chris. You old cunt. When I was 8, my stepdad told me I was the reason he went drinking every night. And it was my fault he beat me. A few weeks ago a guy at Rite Aid told me I looked like Robert Zadar. Which I absolutely do not. I have no idea why he said that to me. Is that the only reason you fucking came home? Quote. Said by my mother in front of my 8th grade counselor who had brought me home and explained to my mother that my 40-year-old stepbrother had raped me twice. I'll never forget my mother's look of disdain or the look of utter horror on my counselor's face. You're adopted. You don't get to have opinions. You're going to end up like your real dad. My real dad was an alcoholic and an addict. He fucked up his life and never came back. My ex finished our relationship after 15 years. To me it was out of the blue. 5 days later my best friend told me that, you should be over it by now, as I'm sobbing my heart out. To her I should have been able to mourn and grieve my 15-year relationship in just 5 days. Turns out he was cheating on me with her. You'll never be good enough for anyone. Maybe it doesn't sound as bad as others, but it gets in my head and messed up my life. I found myself blaming myself for every little mistake, apologizing when I did nothing wrong, and even trying too hard to be good enough for others. Shark Tank but for bad ideas. What's your pitch? An oral supplement that turns your piss into bleach so you never have to clean your toilet. Fitbit for cats. It tracks how many steps they take each day, how long their naps are, etc., and shows it all in an app on your phone. Why throw away used drug needles when they can be exciting children's toys? New from Mattel, Don't Be a Prick, the fun exciting game where you learn about needle-based infections. A bedroom kit. Not a bedroom kit. A bedroom kit. You tell us the exact dimensions of your bedroom and we provide the materials to cover the entire floor of that bedroom in bed materials so your entire room is a bed. A bedroom. Instead of double-ended dildo, it's a double-ended pocket vagina thing for you and your bro. A car wash for the Amish.
Subscribe, my brothers.